Tips to get pregnant in the year 2024. I'm Nurse Jackie. My channel focuses on general nursing, hereby creating health awareness. So if this is the kind of video you're interested in, please click on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss out. To my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Jackie saying thank you. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with us all the tips on how to get pregnant in 2024. So keep watching. Like I said earlier before, how to get pregnant fast. Tips to help you conceive. So before trying to conceive, there are questions you need to ask yourself. Are there things I can do to get pregnant faster? There are some steps you can take that helps you the best chance of conceiving. But keep in mind, the amount of time it takes to get pregnant differs from person to person. Some people conceive quickly while others can try for years. Before trying for a baby, it's a good idea to prepare. Here are some ways to get started. 1. Schedule a preconception checkup with a doctor or a midwife. Kick on healthy habits like drinking, smoking, avoid marijuana or using illicit drugs when trying to conceive. You need to avoid all those things. 3rd, maintain or work towards a healthy weight. Take at least 400 mg of folic acid daily, at least 1 month before you start trying to conceive. These nutrients can dramatically reduce the risk of certain birth defects. Once you're ready to begin, these tips may boost your chances of getting pregnant faster. So before trying to conceive, there are things you need to figure out. Number 1, figure out when you ovulate. Know your ovulation cycle. Understanding when you ovulate or release an egg from your ovary may be key of getting pregnant faster. You ovulate only once each menstrual cycle, usually about 2 weeks before your period starts. If you can't tell when you ovulate, you have a better chance of conceiving during that cycle. You can use a few different methods to determine when you ovulate. So here are the 3 reliable ways to predict your ovulation cycle. Like if your cycle is regular, meaning it's about the same number of days each time, try your ovulation calculator to tell when you're most fertile each month. You can also use an ovulation predictor kit to test your hormones level in the middle of your cycle. It will indicate when you are about to ovulate. Another point is that you track ovulation symptoms, such as change in your basal temperature and cervical mucus, to find the ideal time to try for a baby. That way, you are likely to have healthy sperm in your fallopian tube whenever your body releases an egg. Another point is that pinpointing ovulation could be difficult if your periods are irregular. In this case, ask your provider for advice. Have sex during your fertile window. When trying to conceive, you need to know your fertile window. During your fertile window, have sex during that time. Now, the fertile window is the 3 to 5 days before you ovulate, plus the day you actually release an egg. Once you know your window for ovulation, plan to have sex during this time frame. Another point is that if you're not sure when you will be most fertile, aim to have sex every other day during the middle 2 weeks of your cycle. For example, if your whole menstrual cycle lasts 4 weeks, now from the start of one period to the start of the next period, have sex often during the second and third week after your period. Another tip is that if you and your partner are trying to time sex to ovulate, make sure you haven't gone through too long of a dry spell beforehand. Your partner should ejaculate at least once in the day just before you're most fertile to make sure there is plenty of healthy sperm in his semen. Another point is that when trying to conceive, both partners need to ensure a healthy sperm because strong and healthy sperm have the best chances of fertilizing an egg. Male partners can do several things to try to optimize their fertility, like avoiding tobacco and recreational drugs, including marijuana. If you don't drink alcohol, don't start. But if you do, limit it. Because alcohol kills the quality and motility of the sperm. Another tip is that maintain or work towards a healthy weight. Get enough of certain key nutrients like zinc, folic acid, and vitamin C that helps produce strong and plentiful sperm. Eat a healthy diet, get regular physical activity, and find techniques to get a handle on stress. The sooner your partner makes these changes, the better. Sperm takes a while to mature, so any improvements now will yield better sperm in about 3 months. Also note that many vaginal lubricants can slow down sperm. These include lubricants bought in stores, such as homemade versions like olive oil. If you're having trouble conceiving and want to use a lubricant, ask your healthcare provider to recommend one that won't affect fertility. Another one is that what are the best sex positions for getting pregnant? Well, there is no evidence that any particular sexual position is more likely to lead to conception. You may have heard that such positions, such as missionary position, that's man on top, are more promising than others because sperm is deposited closest to the cervix, but no scientific study back this up. And although you may have heard laying still after sex helps speed pregnancy up, but there is no evidence to back this up either. As ovulation approaches, you may notice sticky vaginal discharge called the cervical mucus. This type of mucus traps sperm, so even if some semen seep out, most stay alive in your body. And with millions of sperm in every ejaculation, plenty of them should be making their way towards the egg, even if you get up right away. How long does it normally take to get pregnant? This is another question. No one can say exactly how long it will take to become pregnant, since many factors come into play. Some people may conceive immediately, while others may need fertility treatments. In general, it may take more time. If you're older, have lifestyle habits that can affect fertility, like smoking, or have a health condition that impairs fertility. For all people trying to conceive, meaning they are not using contraception, it's estimated that about 85% will become pregnant within the first year, but by 2 years, it's over 90%. Maternal age plays a big role too in the speed of conception, in the speed of pregnancy. Like the older you are, the longer it may take you to become pregnant. This is largely because eggs quality declines over time, especially after 35 years. You were born with all the eggs you will ever have. and they age as you do. As years pass, fewer eggs are able to join with sperm to grow into a healthy embryo. Also note that male fertility also dips with age. Though some men can father children into their 60s, 70s, and even their 80s, sperm quality generally starts deteriorating in middle ages, with a pronounced drop around age 50. People have the greatest statistical odds of conceiving naturally during their 20s, but most women in their 30s have no issues either. At age 30, a healthy person has about a 20% chance of getting pregnant each month. By the time you're 40, that likelihood drops to around 5 to 10% by age 45. Very few people get pregnant without the help of a specialist. These are all things too you need to check out for when trying to conceive. When should I see a fertility specialist about getting pregnant? Now, the timing depends largely on your age and overall health. If you're younger than 35 and haven't got pregnant after trying for a year, you may want to see a fertility specialist. If you're between the age of 35 and 40, talk to a specialist after you have tried for 6 months with no luck. People who are older than 40 should speak with an obstetrician or a gynecologist as soon as they decide they would like to conceive. If you and your partner have a known health issues that could lead to a fertility problem, you may want to see a specialist even before you start trying to conceive. Thank you very much for watching and staying tuned. If you find this video useful, please click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss out. Thank you.